The other day we were heading out when someone asked, "Is it going to rain?" My daughter Meg replied, "I brought an umbrella, so no, it won't." Her logic being, of course, that if she hadn't brought an umbrella, it definitely would rain. Well, we often say funny little things like that without thinking much of it. And as I reflected on her comment, I started remembering other similar conversations. At our walking church group, we often say, sort of half jokingly, "The sun shines on the righteous." But of course we know that's not always the case. We've definitely walked in the rain more than once. Well, think about those times at work when someone says, "It's quiet today," and everyone groans, half expecting chaos to break out just because someone acknowledged the calm. I'm sure you can think of your own examples, maybe even some phrases that you catch yourself saying. Jesus encountered this kind of thinking too. But in his case, it wasn't just light-hearted remarks. It came from the religious leaders of the time, often referred to as the Pharisees. They'd created a system where following rules became more important than compassion, grace, or even truth. They criticised Jesus' disciples for picking wheat on the Sabbath because it broke their rules. They condemned them for eating without ceremonially washing their hands. And they judged Jesus for spending time with tax collectors and sinners. They even plotted on one occasion to kill him for healing someone on the Sabbath, a man with a withered hand. From our perspective, it's easy to look back and think that their rules were overly rigid or even absurd. And yet, if we're honest, we often fall into similar patterns. We might call them superstitions or habits, and even if we tell ourselves we know better, we still go through the motions because, well, that's just what we do. Now, most of these things are harmless, like carrying an umbrella just in case. But sometimes certain ideas, they stick with us and they cause us deeper struggles. Maybe some of these are rooted in the pain and the harsh words we felt from a parent that's left us feeling unworthy. Or maybe the constant pressure to perform because we never felt good enough growing up. These experiences can leave us holding on to beliefs that, when examined, don't align with truth. Jesus often spoke directly to these kinds of situations, challenging not just the religious rulers of his time, but also the lies people believed about themselves. So maybe today, take a moment to reflect on what ideas might be shaping you. Are they true? Do they line up with what you know of God's grace, love and truth? If not, let truth speak louder. Let it reshape the ideas that don't reflect reality or the person that you're becoming.